When she turned 21, there wasn't a lot of support. So there really wasn't anywhere for kids like Quinn to go.
When students from our program turn 21, it can look very different because they don't have their friend group anymore. They don't have their support system. They don't have the educators that they've known for years saying good morning to them every day.
My name's Deb, and I'm Quinn and Emma's mummy. And who are you? I don't know. It's you too. She has a sense of humor that, yes, she thinks she's funnier than she is.
My name is Shannon McCharles. I am the ACL of the ILP program and Mobility Resource. The ILP program at Monarch Park Collegiate stands for Independent Learning Program. We have about 22 students right now. We look at the individual student and we see what they need, what do they need, how can they maximize their day, how can they maximize their learning. Students do not receive a diploma, an OSSD diploma, so Ontario Secondary School Diploma. They don't receive that. What they receive is a certificate of completion. Good job. Thank you. They enter in grade 9 and they leave when they're 21.
Quinn, did you enjoy high school as a whole?
No. Don't say that! Was it too much schoolwork? Yes. She's so bad.
Programs like the ILP program at Monarch Park are necessary for their education, for their personal growth and development.
People with disabilities, it's really important that they feel valued and part of every community, where they live, where they work, where they go to school.
They're people. They want the exact same things as everybody else does. The waiting list for a lot of these post-21 programs can be years and years. Sometimes I feel that parents, caregivers, they give up before they don't hope or expect that these supports will be something that will happen to them because the waiting lists are so long.
When she turned 21, there wasn't a lot of support. So there really wasn't anywhere for kids like Quinn to go. The financial impact on any family is something that it's really challenging to recover from.
If you have to quit your job because you are the person that needs to be at home to supervise and support your child, then that can put you in a very vulnerable financial situation.
We created this program. It's somewhere where they have a purpose every day to go to. We create community for these young people to come every day with friends that they've known for years and also meeting new friends from the community.
I mean, I can tell you some good stories and I can tell you some bad stories. I can tell you how I've seen my students at Canadian Tire sometimes, and those are the success stories, right, in Costco, but that's not most of my students. Most of my students stay home. Yeah. They're sitting there in front of the TV. They might have their tablets, but it's a very solitary life. Just like everybody else, they're susceptible to depression, anxiety. They don't always go out. They don't always develop meaningful relationships after 21. They might become anxious about themselves and who they are. They might lose their speech. I mean, we've seen that a lot during COVID, is that students have come back, and because they've been alone and they've been isolated, they haven't been in school, they've lost a lot of their ability to communicate. That isolation can cause mental health issues. That's also the parents. The parents sort of get locked into a cycle of isolation as well.
Being disabled is not a sad thing. It's not a bad thing. Disability can happen to anyone at any time, at any point in their life. When you think about your life in general, have you been having fun?
Yes.
That's all that matters to me. I just wanted you to have fun.
It's such an obvious question. That's the problem, right? Like, they matter because they're human. They matter because they're just like everybody else. Like, to me, that it's terrible to not have programming. It's terrible that we don't have enough programming, adult programming. It's terrible that we don't have enough funding for people who turn 21 and they graduate high school, for them to not have full-time programming. They don't have transportation. Like, I just don't even understand it. It's just not something that, in my mind, should be what happens.
Sir.
Shannon, myself, and the rest of the staff bond with the students, and we care and love them like our own children, but we're really worried about what's going to happen to them when they graduate and they leave here. There really isn't enough out there for them, and since many of them can't advocate for themselves, who else is going to do it?
So what we want is for everybody to come out of high school, and then they can all come to Let's Grow and sing and dance and play games and laugh all day. And that's what all your friends are going to be able to do. Are you sad that some people might not be able to do that? I know, but you know what? I know, but... It's nice that she has such empathy, because there are times when she doesn't demonstrate empathy. Like if someone falls down, she finds that very funny. So, there's lots that people can do, right? It's funny, you know. There's so many people that would love to help, whether they're volunteering in the program or, you know, like Monarch Park had a bake sale, and they made Let's Grow the recipient of those funds that they raised, $370 that they raised, which was amazing. But there are lots of ways to donate to our program, and lots of ways to advocate as well, by contacting politicians and letting them know that you know that there are people out there that need their help.